our head of school, Mr. Aaron Jacob, our head of primary, Mrs. Gayatri Lokanathan, our IBDP and MIP coordinator, Mrs. Tejinder Kaur, our admissions coordinator, Mrs. Dawn, our associate MIP coordinator, Mrs. Urvashi Sen, our PYP coordinator, Mrs. Rajarajeshwari, my teacher friends, guests, the proud parents of the newly elected student council members, and my dear students. Welcome to the Investiture Ceremony 2021-22. Leadership is not just about doing things right. It's about doing the right things. The young leaders who will take oath shortly as the new student council members for this year have the right qualities and credentials to do the right things. The things that will help HUS to carve out a niche as a premier educational institution for excellence. The energy and enthusiasm of this bunch of young leaders are infectious, and I'm sure they will live true to the motto of HUS, excellence through endeavor, and help our school reach greater heights. The investiture ceremony is a solemn occasion, and also it's the most important event in the calendar of a school. The reason is simple. While all the other events focus on the display of skills in one form or the other, like song, dance, music, and the like, the investiture ceremony is focused on the spirit, the principles and practices that animate and give life to a school. It demands the school community to embody the principles and practices that are nothing but the soul of the school. The young leaders in this investiture ceremony will take oath to affirm their allegiance and loyalty to be the custodians of those principles. So without further ado, it's time to welcome the custodians of these principles to the event. But before that, I request the members of the audience to kindly turn off your mobile phones for the entire duration of the event. This event will be recorded and uploaded on our website. I now call upon the Student Council 2021-22 to begin their procession. Light is a universal symbol for truth, knowledge, and understanding. Light acts as a guide that keeps us from stumbling in the dark. Lighting the lamp spreads divine grace and reminds us to rise upwards and dispel darkness in our lives. It's an occasion which marks the starting of an auspicious event. I now request the leadership team of Gayatri, Tejinder, Umaravi, Urvashi Sen, and Rajarajeshwari to light the lamp. Thank you very much, team. We have heard many celebrated stories about Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation. One of the most celebrated stories about his train journey he undertook in South Africa, where he was thrown away from a train which was reserved only for the white people. But most of us don't remember another train journey which Gandhi undertook, which was a seed which acted for his freedom struggle movement. He was fresh from his return from South Africa and he was taking a tour of India. He was not actively involved in the freedom struggle movement yet. So he was waiting to board a train. In those days, the British Railroad had instructed the engine drivers not to stop completely in a station if there are no white people to board the train. They will just slow down and the poor Indian people have to scramble and get into the train. The train will stop completely only if there are any white people. When Gandhi was waiting in the station, unluckily he was not having any white people around him. So the train slowed down and Gandhi, in his frenetic attempt to get into the train, lost one of his shoes. One of his shoes just slipped away. As he bent down to pick up the shoe, it slithered down to the track. In a flash, Gandhi reached out for his other shoe, removed it, and threw close to the fast disappearing shoe on the track. The fellow passenger who was standing next was bewildered by this act of supposedly a mad act. He asked Gandhi, "Have you lost it? Why did you throw your new shoe?" Gandhi said, "Oh well, if anyone is to find one of my shoes on the track, he will find the other one too. So he will have a new pair of shoes to wear, and that person will be happy." What a man. What an instinctive response of kindness and service. Dear children, please remember this story. In the world of go-getters, we need go-givers like that great man. If Gandhi had realized that his other shoe is of no use after half an hour into the train journey and giving it away, it would not have been of any use to anyone. He thought about it right then and acted right there. He didn't even think of it. It was instinctive. That shows his authenticity of character to serve others. I request all the young leaders who are going to take oath today to take the leaf out of the great Mahatma's book and exude this character of service. Okay, Gandhi didn't hold any official leadership role, but yet he is one of the most influential leaders in history. Okay, leadership doesn't just come along with the title. It can be done without even title. Please take it as a lesson. So, now, it's time to honor the class representatives who have been inducted into the Student Council with their badges, right? So I now call upon Mrs. Rajarajeshwari, the PYP coordinator, to honor the PYP class representative with their badges. I now call upon Hashwant, the class representative of grade 1A, to receive his badge. I now call upon Abhinav, class representative of grade 1B, to receive his badge. call upon Kavya, class representative of grade 2A, to receive her badge. I call upon Preeta, the class representative of grade 2B, to receive her badge. I call upon Caitlin, class representative of 3A, to receive her badge. Kate, the class representative of grade 3B, couldn't make it to school today, so we wish her all the very best. I now call upon Anushka, the class representative of 4A, to receive her badge. I now call upon Sandhi, class representative for grade 4B, to receive her badge. I now call upon Rishona, class representative for grade 5, to receive her badge. Thank you, Ms. Rajiv, for doing the honors. I now invite our Associate MIP Coordinator, Mrs. Urvashi Sen, to do the honors for our MIP students. I call upon Yuvan Kumar, class representative for grade 6, to receive his badge. I call upon Sanjana, class representative of grade 7A, to receive her badge. I now call upon Dwaraka Kumar, class representative of grade 7B, to receive his badge. Aditya Lal, the class representative of grade 8A, couldn't make it to school today. We wish him all the very best. Now I request Shaurya Sanyal to receive his badge as the class representative of 8B. Thank you, Ms. Urvashi, for doing the honors. I now invite our IBDP and MIP coordinator, Mrs. Tejinder Kaur, to do the honors for our senior students. I invite Janani Hari, the class representative of grade 9, to receive her badge. Shreya Jha, the class representative of grade 10, couldn't make it to school today. We wish her all the very best. I now call upon Kamlesh Kumar, the class representative of grade 11, to receive his badge. I now call upon Aditi Sharma, the class representative of grade 12, to receive her badge. Thank you, Ms. Tejinder, for doing the honors. I now invite our head of primary, Mrs. Gayatri Loganathan, to officially hand over the sashes and badges to the house captains who have been newly inducted into the student council. I also request the outgoing house captains to hand over the house flags to the new ones. I call upon Aditya Dubey, the house captain of Samurais, to receive his sash and badge. I call upon Gyanapsa Singh, the outgoing captain of Samurais, to hand over the house flag. I now call upon Krishanga Kumar, the new captain of Kshatriyas, to receive his sash and badge. I now call upon Vishwesh Palani, the outgoing captain of Kshatriyas, to hand over the house flag. I call upon Tanisha Balamurugan, the new house captain for Knights, to receive her sash and badge. I now call upon Pavan, the house representative for Knights, to hand over the house flag. I now call upon Aditya Karthikeyan, house captain for Cavaliers, to collect his sash and badge. I call upon Ishita Dikshit, the outgoing captain for Cavaliers, to hand over the house flag. very much, Gayatri, for doing the honors. I now invite our administrative head, Mrs. Uma Ravi, to do the honors. Now it's time to call upon the new sports captain, Jeevan Reddy Miriala, to receive his badge and sash. I now call upon the outgoing sports captain Kumaraguru to wish the new captain all the best. Now it's time to honor the newly elected head boys and head girls with their sashes and badges. I invite our head of school, Mr. Aaron Jacob, to do the honors for this, please. I call upon Kritvika, the head girl for PYP, to collect her sash and badge. I call upon Vijay, head boy for PYP, to collect his sash and badge. I now call upon our school head girl, Gyanapsa Singh, to collect her sash and badge. I now call upon our new head boy for the school, Sarvajit Sridhar, to collect his sash and badge. Now it's time to hand over the school flag to the new head boy and head girl by the head of school. This handing over of this house flag bestows upon the student council the responsibility to uphold the school's mission and motto at all times and in all situations. I now call upon the head boy Sarvajit Sridhar and head girl Gyanapsa Singh to receive the house flag from our head of school, Mr. Aaron Jacob. I now invite our head of school, Mr. Aaron Jacob, to address the gathering.
Thank you. sure. Members of the Student Council, parents, students, and colleagues, good morning to all of you. First, let me congratulate the outgoing student leaders. You have been excellent role models, and you have served your school well during your term as student leaders. The outgoing head boy and head girl are in the US and Mumbai, but I'm sure the message will reach out to them very soon, surely by this evening. The year gone by has been interesting, rather challenging. And I have to thank you for being the ever-present, resilient, and empathetic leaders you were, leading by example. The community could look up to you when it needed direction and reassurance. Stay like that, please. Now, moving forward onto our next journey, I quote from the Cambridge Dictionary. Investiture is the central ritual of instilling spirit within a new leader. Very profound. Every rite of passage in one's life needs to be marked. An investiture ceremony marks the rite of passage for all young leaders as they start their journey in leadership. So wish you all the very best. Your peers have decided to bestow this position on you after going through a lot of deliberation. They must have identified something extraordinary in you, trusted you, and then decided to cast their vote for you. As HUS celebrates its 10th year, this is an important moment for all of you who will lead this school this year. As you took on this responsibility, I am sure you were thinking of what you could do for the school community, what you wish to achieve as student leaders, and now with this vote of confidence from the school, I would like you to ponder, as you are on stage, your vision for the task you are undertaking today. You need to understand that this Council of Leaders has not been formed to conduct a couple of events. Think beyond the events and the sports days and the galas. The past year and a half has taught us that there is no more constancy in our lives. How would you as leaders cope and flourish in this new dynamic world? That is the question out there for you today. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to look further. Please look at the 27, 25 of you gathered here. You are your collaborative unit and indeed the support system that you desperately require during these times. Raising concerns or issues is the easiest task, perhaps, for leaders. But finding the right resolution, making the right decision, is what will give you that edge, that specific trick of the trade. But resolving and providing innovative solutions would indeed be the essential tools that you would have to actually have. However, for that, you will need the support from this unit of yours. So discuss, chat, and collaborate on how we as a school could grow from strength to strength. In my casual discussions, I must say just before the investiture and the elections, I went around meeting students, just inquiring, just trying to understand what would it be that is so essential for them before they cast their vote to have in their leaders. So my inquiry led to two very significant, I would say, understanding, and I'd like to share them with you this morning. The first response that came from our students was, let our leaders be consistent in their initiative. Okay. So it was a bit of a large statement, and I had to ask them, please could you unpack what you have explained? So when I asked them to elucidate, what they meant, they wanted their leaders to do was to initiate and innovate and have the moral courage to take the initiative through to the end. Not drop it because it was unpopular or was boring. The next response that I got from the students was, pay attention to the details. The devil is in the detail, isn't it? I want to reiterate, again, I want to reinforce just what I said before, that your responsibility as a leader is not just to plan and motivate your team or your house for events or to be competitive in class. Yes, all that is essential. But it goes beyond. It goes into the minor aspects that would require your presence to encourage your peers, perhaps to make it to school every day. Reach out to new students trying to maneuver their way through a new day in class or in the school, not just a day, or perhaps a couple of weeks. Initiate activities so that peers can clear their differences, and quite a lot more. Your community needs you more and more, especially during these times. Just the presence of a school leadership team is so reassuring for the community. I would encourage you to continue this pursuit relentlessly and passionately. And I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aaron, for that inspiring speech. Now we have come to the most important part of the ceremony, oath taking. Action without commitment will lead to ordinary results. Action with commitment will lead to extraordinary results. So the members of the Student Council now will pledge their allegiance and loyalty to the Student Body Council. And the Constitution is the spirit of the Student Council body. So I now call upon Gyanapsa Singh, the head girl, to lead the Student Council in the oath taking.
We, the Student Council of HUS, do solemnly swear to discharge to the best of our abilities and in all sincerity the duties with which we have been entrusted and promise to abide by the Student Council Constitution.
Thank you, Gyanapsa. I now call upon our school head boy, Sarvajit Sridhar, to give his acceptance speech.
Good morning to all those who are present here. The other day, a student asked me, how does it feel to be nominated as head boy? I simply replied, big shoes to fill in. Being nominated as a head boy does feel exciting, but the responsibility that is bestowed along with this title is enormous. A title I hope I will be able to do some sort of justice to. Few days back, through my election speech, I had promised that I would implement a bunch of ideas, such as esports and literary week, and also at the same time work on improving our sporting culture. Well, I can guarantee that at least half of these ideas should be implemented successfully before winter break. Remember this, that the student council members are elected to not be the sole decision makers. Rather, we are here to make sure each and every one of your voices are heard. We are here to not achieve our personal ambitions, but, as I said, to achieve a common goal. And this goal can only be achieved when we, as students, work together collectively and in unity. With the help of my fellow student council members, I can assure that this newly elected body, along with the guidance of a glorious constitution, will strive to bring about positive changes in the school. Changes that will ignite progress that will result in our school being leaps and bounds ahead of any other institution. Before I conclude, I would like to thank all those who believe in me, and even for a second, do not worry, for I will be committed towards each and every one of you all. Lastly, I hope that by the end of my tenure as head boy, I would have made a positive impact. Thank you all for being a patient and wonderful audience.
Thank you very much, Sarvajit. I now call upon our school head girl, Gyanapsa Singh, to give her acceptance speech.
Good morning to one and all. First, I would like to thank all of you who believed in our abilities to serve the school as part of the Student Council. I will do my best to honor your faith. I am extremely happy and grateful for this opportunity, and not just because of the shiny new badge, although that is a very nice bonus, I must admit. The Student Council, to me, embodies a value I consider vital, that of working together to accomplish more than we can as individuals. And as head girl, I hope to help extend this value beyond just the Student Council working together, but to the school as a whole, to build a greater sense of community and student involvement, and to help create opportunities for each and every student in the school. Because that is what I believe is our role as the Student Council, not a giving of power to a few select individuals, but instead a responsibility to make sure every voice is heard. And beyond that, to go that extra mile to build more opportunities for everyone. I think having this ceremony now, as we slowly trickle back to school after over a year of uncertainty, is symbolic. Although that may just be too many English literature classes, I thought it brings with me a sense of hope for what is to come, and a sense of togetherness as well, an invitation to do more together as a student body. An invitation I intend to accept with enthusiasm. But right now, as the ceremony almost draws to a close, I hope that our ambitions don't seep out in just fancy words and ceremony, as is so easy to happen. I want to call upon all of us up here on this stage. Let us hold on to the enthusiasm and motivation that we feel today. Let us hold on to these values of collaboration, of responsibility, of hope. And so, we shall do the duty which has been entrusted to us to the best of our abilities and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Gyanam sir. Attitude of gratitude is the greatest of all attitudes. So I call upon our outgoing sports captain Kumaraguru to express the gratitude of the Student Council 2020-21.
Good morning, everyone. With big hopes and dreams, the very first Student Council of HUS was formed last year. It was an opportunity to bring about many changes in the school. We wanted great things. We wanted after-school activities, sports teams, sports day, and so on. Unfortunately, COVID drew the blinds on our dreams. We couldn't come to school, which meant that a lot of our dreams were rendered almost impossible. It was disheartening to not be able to fulfill all the promises we made. Still, it was a true honor to be recognized as a sports captain by the HUS community. Having been elected by the students to represent them and grow with them was a proud feeling. And I'm sure my fellow members of the Student Council of 2020 felt the same. We thank the school for giving us the opportunity to potentially bring about many changes with the Student Council. It is a great step towards achieving unity and removing communication barriers. To the Student Council of 2021, we wish you success in all of your future endeavors. We have no doubt that you will surpass our expectations. With that being said, I'm going to leave you with an overused quote that I think is quite fitting for the occasion. With great power comes great responsibility. Again, thank you. Signing off, Student Council 2020.
Thank you, Kumaraguru. I now call upon the Student Council to start their retreat. I request the members of the audience to stand and applaud as the Student Council retreats. Thank you very much, everyone, for making this occasion a memorable one for the newly elected student council members with your august presence. We really appreciate it. Tea and snacks will be served outside. You are most welcome to join us. And after